Well, bringing the business of fashion back to St. Louis and cultivating design talent here in the St. Louis area are just two of the top goals for the organization St. Louis Fashion Fund. Board member Tania Beasley-Jolly joins me now to talk about upcoming events to do just that. Tania, welcome.
Well, thank you.
And you're so fashionable even today. I mean, I feel a little underdressed here. I got on tie and everything, but you know. Tell me about the mission of the St. Louis Fashion Fund.
Well, you said it correctly. It is to bring the business of fashion back to St. Louis, but it's also to promote fashion education and outreach in the community and to support emerging designers. That's a huge thrust for us because our thought is that within the next year and a half or so, we'd like to open an incubator in the city, which would create new jobs and bring designers into St. Louis to work for a year.
Wow, all for St. Louis's emerging talent and all of the things that are happening.
Well,
here
for
in
national
fashion.
talent. So we would be looking for talent all over America to move to St. Louis to work and live and be a part of the community for at least a year. But in doing so, fashion is a business, as we've said, and it would create jobs for people in the community as well as our immigrant population.
You are a board member for the St. Louis Fashion Fund and
I am.
also marketing director at Saks Fifth Avenue. How did you end up in fashion?
Organically. I mean, I was always very interested in art. Fashion to me is art. So, of course, I was very drawn to that. And it's great really working particularly with designers that are living and working today because you can talk to them and ask them what their inspirations are. They all have very different inspirations when they design and build their collections.
Now, does fashion set a tone for a city to probably up its appeal, don't you think?
Without question. I mean, you look at any major city, there is a huge fashion pulse. And, you know, a lot of people don't realize this, but we are just going back to our roots. St. Louis, up until the World War II, was a huge, second to New York, our garment district in Washington. So it was alive, it was pulsing, you had hat businesses and glove business and apparel businesses. So we just want to get back to that.
Now, how is St. Louis compared to other cities in terms of its fashion?
I think we are doing quite well, quite frankly. We have a St. Louis Fashion Week now in its 11th year.
Which is upcoming.
It's upcoming.
October, what are the dates there?
October 9th through the 18th of October. So, you know, this year in particular, they just continue to raise the bar every year. We have 3 designers coming in from New York who are headlining. We have our emerging designer competition. And then most notably, Fern Malice, who was the creator of New York Fashion Week, is coming in to host this week for us.
Now, how is SLFF really meeting its goals or trying to meet its goals for helping emerging designers? And,
well, I'll tell you. We are now in very good company with organizations like the CFDA, which is the Council for Fashion Designers of America, and other. Louis Vuitton does a huge emerging designer competition every year. We're going to award one designer. We had 6 finalists from across America, one local, one from Chicago, the rest are from New York. They're all coming in to compete on that evening of October 15th, in which one will walk away with a $15,000 award, cash award, to help further their business. And then we're also giving them business advice, and then we have assembled an amazing group of outside jurors from New York who are coming in who will give them professional advice as well.
And tell me about the gala. There's also a gala coming up.
There is a gala. It's our inaugural gala with proceeds which we'd like to funnel to help us with this incubator project. And we are honoring 2 fashion icons, and they're both from St. Louis, and that's Karlie Kloss, supermodel Karlie Kloss, and Derek Blasberg, who is a writer. He just is a fashion critic, so he's homegrown as well. So we're thrilled that both of them are accepting awards for our first gala.
And who's invited to all of these events?
Everyone's invited to all of these events.
I dare ask.
You know, it takes a family, you know, and we have certainly started to get our tentacles out there, and anyone who wants to come is more than welcome.
Tania, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate your time.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
And good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Again, the St. Louis Emerging Designer Competition, part of St. Louis Fashion Week, happens October 15th at Union Station, and the St. Louis Fashion Fund Gala Dinner is October 17th, also at St. Louis Union Station. For more information, go to stlouisfashionweek.com, or is there a different address there?
It is the stlouisfashionfund.org.
stlouisfashionfund.org. You heard it first here. All right, we'll be back in a minute.